gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to more of this kinky Swedish crap that you're hog-tying people.
Nah, this is Malaysia.
Bad Asia up in this bitch. What up? I am your host, the man of the hour, the tower power, full power, no shower. I have no idea.
I don't even know where you're going with that.
I was trying to loop in like two different promos at the same time. Didn't work. Anybody who wants, anybody who's a fan of Anthony Bourdain will know the full power no shower reference. And with me, as always, is the man himself, the man who puts Metro into metrosexual, Mike Magas.
I don't think I do.
Well, I mean, you drive a lot of cars online, so
that part is true. We are here at Malaysia for the Sepang GP layout final race of the 201 season with a couple of guests from the 101 class, Zoltan Kalmandi and James Butler. Welcome to the grid in your guest capacity. And this is probably the final race of the upper class in general, because I believe we are discontinuing it next season to focus on a single class. That'll be intriguing.
You need 18 classes.
No, just one. We have Josiah Jerome, Christopher Streppen, Andre Moll, James Butler, Andrew D, Zoltan Kalmandi, Gustav Ekstrom, Wayne Hutchinson, and Mike Magas, your grid for this particular race. Indeed. And if anyone's wondering why this is going up before the 101 class, it's because honestly I wanted enough time to get the full championship possibilities heading into the final. And whoa, what is
Shirley
going on there? I don't even know. Anyways, I wanted to get a full rundown of the possible championship computations after the penalties got applied, and of course the penalties were not official until today. So, today being Sunday. So that has been unfortunately delayed, but that is on deck, along with action from 3D Speed at the Red Bull Ring.
What, like the nose thing?
No, just Red Bull, like the energy drink.
Oh, but it's a ring.
Yes it is.
Is it paved in Red Bull?
I mean, there may be Red Bull mixed in.
Does that make you go faster?
The Red Bull Formula 1 team does real well, so maybe.
Ooh, maybe they soak their tires in Red Bull.
That could be the secret right there. All right, we ride on board with James Butler here as we get ready to go. Here we go. And this track is very challenging, very technical. We've raced the south layout. We've raced the north layout already. This is time to bring it all together and bring it on home. Bad start there by Andrew D. He's slipping back there. He's dropped to 7th position, and the Canadians are at the back.
Have you guys tried not being the worst?
We've tried that, yes. And Christopher Streppen gets the lead as Josiah Jerome got very, very wide there and has slipped down to 4th place from his pole position. Someone is spun there, and I believe that is Gustav Ekstrom who is spun around there. And it is James Butler in 2nd place with Andre Moll, 3rd, Josiah Jerome in 4th, and Zoltan Kalmandi in this 5-car group that's making a bit of a breakaway. And then it's the Canadian group with Andrew D, Wayne Hutchinson, and Michael Magas battling for 6th position.
Indeed. They come up with more drinking rules for this.
More drinking rules. What else can we do drinking rule-wise?
Anytime Eric Friesen is on screen with the color vomit car, you have to keep drinking.
Okay. Oh, James Butler is looking down the inside and gets the job done! James Butler to the lead, but Verstappen is coming back at him. Not going to happen this time around. You can see Josiah Jerome there. 201 champ on the attack against Andre Moll in the background. And Kalmandi is keeping up nicely. So the guests are doing quite well in 1st and 5th place. Andrew D is in 6th, and he's kind of with this group. He's that blue car back there. And then it is Wayne Hutchinson and Michael Magas. And it looks like Gustav Ekstrom is dropping back, so maybe some damage to his car after his lap 1 contact. Drink when there's a damaged car. That could work.
Hey, there you go. Damaged car on screen, you got a drink. So we've got Caster refers to themselves in 3rd person, you got a drink. Eric Friesen is on screen in a color vomit car, you have to just keep drinking. and then damage car and screen, take a drink. Although you have to be able to notice it, the caster can't point it out.
Yeah, fair enough.
We're not talking about like little ding on a fender. We're talking about like real shit.
We're talking something worthy of Frederico's Vanguard.
Yeah, like homeboy was missing the hood. That's noticeable.
That's noticeable. That's solid. I mean, we could do some like overtake things that involve a drink.
If second place overtakes the leader but then loses it on the next corner, you have to drink.
Oh, okay, we're getting real specific. I like that. You gotta drink when we can't successfully identify a flag.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's not gonna happen since it hasn't happened since Josiah Jerome showed up for the first time.
I think there was one after that.
There's probably some weird European Montenegro or something.
Well, Montenegro I'd know because that's my neck of the woods, but
Tajikistan.
Oh, I had that when I was doing the ARC webpage. They gave me this flag to put up by someone's name, and I'm like, what the hell is that flag? Turned out it was Narub.
Naruto?
Narub. It's an island near Australia that is actually owned by Australia, but has some sovereignty, so it has its own flag.
Yeah, interesting.
One of the
little known fact: Tajikistan is related to Sebastian Stan.
On the attack is Andre Mull here against. I'm a little surprised to see James Butler kind of legging it and getting a bit of a lead there. 101 driver showing his chops. That's for absolute sure. And there is, of course, Josiah Jerome, the man whose flag was a subject of like an hour of discussion for us.
It wasn't an hour. I looked it up on the friggin' internet. Yeah. It took us maybe 10 minutes total.
And then we had the discussion about what do you call someone from Dominica?
Well, that was months later.
In the meantime, Andre Mull has taken second place from Christoph Verstappen after Verstappen made a pretty considerable error there. I must say that I think Ekstrom definitely might be carrying some damage. He's dropped to about 7 seconds back. Like, I can see his car in the background. He doesn't look damaged, so you don't have to take a drink. But,
yeah, you probably should anyway.
But he's going very slowly, and that makes me think that there's something wrong with the car. Oh, a little bit of a moment there for Wayne Hutchinson.
A little squirrely.
Indeed. Andre Mull, Josiah Jerome, Verstappen all scrapping for second place right now. Verstappen back into second. Mull going on a bit of a real inside line here, and that's going to cost him because, yeah, the Josiah Jerome's going to move into third place pretty easily there. And he's going to have the inside line here and successfully defend the position for the time being. So Andre Mull slipping back a little bit there. Calmondi, D, Hutchinson, and Magas, more or less static. Indeed, yeah, we got the oddball bonk car. It's the non-Red Bull bonk car.
Is the odd bonk?
The odd bonk, yes. And Andre Mull is your driver in that particular vehicle, trying to chase down the very interestingly colored car of Josiah Jerome. I still to this day don't know if I like that car or not.
I like it. It has this weird color scheme / symbolism thing going on with the Pacific Northwest, which I don't know, but that's where I'm from.
Sure, neck of the woods.
So I mean, I dig it. It's trading. He is from a tropical area, and he's taking up a very not tropical kind of shenanigans, but I dig it.
Well, there you go. There is Zoltan Calmondi. Don't mess with the Zoltan. Nice. I do like that car. It stands out a lot.
Man, boy, it's red and black. Who cares? It's got some Nike swooshes on the side.
You know what? Honestly, if you look at the options for liveries in these BMWs, anything that's not predominantly white stands out. So I'm happy with it. So work with it. Everyone else has more or less a car that, like, you know what? I know exactly who I'm looking at from a distance. So that's nice.
Correct. To reference back to the previous conversation, so Josiah Jerome is from Dominica, and then there's also the Dominican Republic, but they're both known as Dominicans.
Indeed.
But I've decided that they should be known as Dominicites, or perhaps Draconians.
Oh, Draconians. I like that.
That might be fun, too.
That would be fun.
Or they can be dominatrixes.
That's even kinkier.
That's pretty specific.
That's very specific.
I don't know if, if the thigh-high boot fits, lace that bitch up.
You got a thing for leather. I mean, yeah, you're in. Andre Mull on the attack against the man who brought this conversation about, Josiah Jerome. Christoph Verstappen is closing back in on James Butler, whose lead has been cut to a little over a half second at this point. And looking to show the 101 driver that 201, it's a cut above. And you got to accept that. But I don't know if it's really looking like that, because you got two 101 drivers in the top 5. So
I'm good with it.
So that is the case. This is a track that I've never really had a great result at, which is a shame, because one of my favorite all-time F1 races was at this track. I think I've shown you some highlights from it. It was the Malaysian 2001 race where the commentator in the first lap is going first, second, third, fourth. In 6th place is at Arrows. How on earth did that get there?
I don't remember that.
The deal was that Arrows was a really, really underfunded team, like probably the second worst team on the grid at the time. And Jos Verstappen, who had started the race in 18th place, had gotten up to 6th on the first lap.
Ooh.
With an amazing start. And Murray Walker, the famous voice of F1, was just absolutely confused as to how that had happened.
That's understandable. Have you tried studying that race and seeing how you could be victorious in the digital realm?
I have. I've watched that race several times. It got very, very wet, which was interesting. By the way, did you get to watch the wet race today?
No, we tried with the ACC, and Andy is virtually incompetent. Also, we really tried to rush it in like 15 minutes, and shit didn't happen.
Yeah. We gotta get that down. That's one element of the.
Yeah, well, I mean, we only ever casted with Jean Simon, and he's got settings, and he knows what he's doing, and like he's just got it all wired. And Andy had never tried it. Had never even tried it. Period.
Yeah.
He didn't know anything about OBS. He didn't know. He didn't even have a login to the YouTube channel.
I was surprised by that.
Well, I mean, he's very irresponsible, so I wouldn't trust him either.
Andre Mull had a good attempt there on Josiah Jerome, but unfortunately did not work out, and he has now slipped back into the clutches of Zoltan Kalmadi. Andrew D with a little bit of a Romulan cloaking device moment. He vanished and then reappeared, still in 6th position.
Mole, 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 mole.
At least his use of the Romulan cloaking device did not backfire like it did for Josiah Jerome in the F3 race that we did the other day.
Mama, how'd that man teleport backwards 2 spaces? Everybody going up the track, what the hell? I thought you professionals. I demand a certain level of quality.
I mean, strictly speaking, this is the Academy.
Shut up. Okay, the Academy, do I have to become Gunnery Sergeant Herdman?
I mean, I'm sure they would appreciate that.
There is no bigotry in my car. You're all equally worthless.
You're all equally worthless shits.
Tell you what, I'm finna finish this drink and then just dump the rest of the vodka into the cranberry juice. Because I'm bored with pouring things into glasses.
Butler has got the lead back out to over a second, so they're looking good for the Butlerian one.
The Butlerian Jihad! Some
serious problems going on for Andrew D's connection, which is a bit weird, because as a Canadian, you'd think he would have a solid connection, but
correct.
Apparently not. I don't know what part of the country he's from.
Well, I mean, then there's you.
I have a good connection. What are you talking about?
Yeah, every couple of days.
Most of the time.
When they put extra string between the 2 cups.
I mean,
actually, that'd probably make it worse. Like if you're doing the
probably actually
2 cups and a string, that's just more resistance, right?
Yeah, I'd imagine that's probably actually a bad idea.
I wonder if that's one thing they never tested on MythBusters.
There we go.
Would fishing line work the best because it's thin, or would it work the worst because it would lose the most signal? Who knows?
Yeah, we'd probably have the most signal bleed. I think what you would probably want there might be what would be the best?
I don't know. We would have to do a full Mythbusters thing.
Indeed. While we've been talking about this, something terrible happened to James Butler because he's back in 7th place now.
Correct.
I don't know what happened there.
I also do not know. I didn't see any kind of... Listen, if I saw some shenanigans, I'd definitely shut that out, but I don't remember seeing anything drastic.
There's a drinking rule. When something happens and the commentators have no idea why it happened.
If we're off on a tangent and we miss something, have a drink on us.
Pretty much. So Christopher Streppin has inherited the lead from Josiah Jerome, Andre Moles in 3rd, Zoltan Kalmadi 4th, Andrew D in the top 5. Go, Andrew. Wayne Hutchinson 6th, James Butler 7th, Mike Magas 8th, and the man who's kind of on his own there is Gustav Ekstrom back in 9th place. More than 15 seconds off the pace at this point after his lap 1 incident. We are approaching the halfway point of the race, and we have had 3 different race leaders, so things are shaping up for a pretty good run to the final here.
Come on, Josiah, put him in the wall.
Man, there's just not really a spot where you put someone in the wall here.
It just takes extra effort.
Wait. Right there.
A little extra effort, that's all.
That's where you'd put someone in the wall.
What you do is you ride them all the way into the wall and use the momentum off of the impact to get back on track.
Oh, that's interesting.
Shake and bake.
Josiah Jerome going for the lead there. James Butler looking to make his way back through the field. He's on the tail of Wayne Hutchinson. And, well, there might be why he's not leading anymore. That's some seriously missing front equipment there.
It looks fine to me.
It doesn't appear to be affecting his pace because he's overtaken Wayne Hutchinson. So it's still got pace despite the damage. Let's see what Josiah can do here about Christopher Streppin, who, of course, is the Eric Friesen lad.
I thought he was going to totally give him the pit maneuver.
Nah, Josiah's cleaner than that, sir.
I would recommend you get a little dirty.
It should be mentioned that Josiah had a rather comedic moment after the Red Bull Ring race where I was looking at the log file and going, well, 3 drivers are going to have to be investigated for track limits, and Josiah just goes, I'm one of them. I'm like, yes, you are.
At least he's honest.
He's very honest about what may have been horrible cheating.
Hey man, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
I mean, you got a point there, but you don't want to get caught that badly. Like you don't. If it's obvious, you failed.
Maybe, or maybe he's just making it so obvious in one particular case that you overlook all the rest.
Oh, misdirection. Gotcha.
Correct.
Here we go. Josiah Jerome on the attack against Christopher Streppin. And Andre Mole is right there with them. Maybe hoping for a little bit of contact that could get him to the front. I don't think Andre's won a race in ESR yet, so that would be a potential first if he can get to the front. Josiah Jerome, of course, has a couple of Academy wins to his belt, as does Christopher Streppin. Verstappen also almost winning that F3 race that we did the other day. Eventually came home in 5th when his fuel saving robbed him of all pace. Verstappen looks very unstable in that corner, and Josiah's through, baby.
Question mark?
I mean, they're very side by side still. They're very side by side at the moment. Can Verstappen get the inside of this next corner?
1/3 of this in a second. Come on, he's good.
Yeah. I think you're right. No, he got a little wide.
No,
and Verstappen's through.
Drink.
Verstappen is through into the lead again, and some flashing of the headlights going on.
Hell yeah. If you're in first, you can flash the headlights all day. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, totally, 100%.
Just don't flash the brake lights. I mean, that could be bad.
That'd be a brake check, yeah.
Which I'm fine with. I will totally ignore that.
But the steward's office is not.
Listen, I might be able to talk him out of it. I'm not saying I can't. I'm just saying I might be able to.
You believe you can persuade Jack not to penalize someone?
I have the power of persuasion.
I can be very persuasive. Come on, I'll be your friend.
It'll be awesome. I'll give you good music to listen to, and I'll show you cool things that I made that's food.
That's
you can't,
true.
eat any of it unless you show up.
Unless you show up. Then you can't.
Indeed.
What do you got in store for us when we pop in October?
I mean, I have some chili in the freezer. That's coming out. Whatever else, I don't know. You got any requests?
Just go with what you're feeling, man.
Well,
everything you make looks absolutely delicious. I can't imagine anything would be like that.
Might do some ribs. I mean, it depends.
Whoa,
you showing up on Thanksgiving or
before.
Before. All right. Well, I told my mom, I'm like, we might have 2 more for Thanksgiving, which she didn't even bat an eye.
I mean, I could stay. I mean, I'm not on a timeline here.
I am not opposed. If you want to hang out and fly later, that's totally cool with me. You have to put up with my fucking cat.
I'm fine with that.
You say that.
I think I'm fine with that.
She was like, oh wait, there's somebody here who's more fat. That's not how that works.
It's not actually how that works, Byron's cat. I am a heartless creature. I will not feed you anything.
Excellent.
My sister's dogs are finally starting to learn it. They used to, whenever I'm over there for food, they're like, I'm sitting. I'm like, yeah, it's adorable. Go away. It's my food.
Done. Well done. Bully for you.
So I'm looking at the James Butler progress. He's still in 6th. And indeed it is still, so it's still Verstappen, Jerome, Moll, Kamandi, D, Butler, Hutchinson, Magas, and then I still can't make out what's up with Gustav Ekstrom because he's dropped back 17 plus seconds. But it's not like a consistent drop. It's not like there's something wrong with the car. He just must be making mistakes, maybe over pushing, trying to catch up. And that's kind of robbed him of that. So my advice to Gustav is, relax a little bit. Just do your thing. You're a fast driver. You'll catch up eventually. It's a long race.
Good old extra of Gustrom.
I'm sure there's probably an extreme of great significance in hockey land at some point.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely strikes a nerve.
But
then again, your boy, Canucks fan for life, there's been a lot of sweets.
There has been. Oh, a little bit wide there from Josiah Jerome. And that has allowed Andre Moll in the Bach Motorsports car to catch up.
Bonk.
Bonk, bonk, motherfuckers.
So, they're a little late for pit stopping here. What's going on with that?
No pit stops here for this particular race.
What?
There is no fuel considerations going on right now, and I mean, I guess there are tire considerations. These cars are particularly hard on the left front tire. It gets hot, like that stereo you got out of the back of a van last year.
It's a steal. It's a deal.
That was the thing that everyone was has asked almost every round is because the underclass guys have a locked setup. They can't change anything, and they're always asking is there anything that you can do about the tire? And I'm like, speaking for everyone in the upper class, no, there is not. It will get hot. That is all there is to it.
Drop it like it's hot?
Oh,
Just
Andre.
Hey,
little hip check. Yeah, he's going to lose the spot, though, to Andre Moll. Moll's got second from him, so the hip check defense did not work.
We go with 3 out of his 5 pixels kind of went out on that one, so...
It is always possible. Always possible. Josiah, 24 pixels, 24 FPS on a good day, Jerome.
We would like to try and partner with AEW for their next pay-per-view Full Gear and get Josiah any gear.
Any gear.
Hashtag any gear challenge.
Any gear. Welcome to the ESR pay-per-view event, Any Gear.
We would like, if you've got gear sitting around and you know you're not going to use it, please contact Josiah and just send it to him. Please. I know you're scared because he has 3 frames per race and still kicks your ass. But please help the man out.
Help a brother out. So we got pretty much this is devolving into 2 races. We got the battle here for the win between Verstappen, Mull, and Jerome. And then you got the battle for 4th between Kalmandi, D, Butler, Hutchinson, and Magas. So that's shaping up pretty nice. And then I guess there's the 3rd race, which appears to be Gustav Ekstrom versus himself. Maybe a little bit of a low blow there, but
well, I mean, he's not finished, so he's not going to kill himself.
That's true.
What up, Nordic people?
I actually ran into the most amusing name I think I've ever seen in a racing sim for a Swedish person, Elena Iverson.
What? Wait, you want to run that one back over?
So Elena, first name Alena, and then last name Iverson, Ivarson.
Oh, Iverson. Okay.
There you go. But I did have to make the obligatory. Is this practice?
Talk about practice. Which I will never ever stop sending that GIF anytime somebody mentions practice in any of the Discord channels. I don't care.
Screw Michael Jordan. Allen Iverson is the 2 guard that will never die.
I mean, crying Jordan is pretty funny. Or
it's pretty good.
Stop. Get some help. Jordan, also quality.
I do enjoy the character that Michael Jordan plays in Game of Zones as well. He's so if you know Game of Thrones, there's a man who's in a tree basically, and he's been there forever. And Michael Jordan has that role in Game of Zones where like people approach him for like knowledge and stuff, and he just makes fun of them, and it's hilarious.
That
like,
does sound good.
Kobe Bryant comes to visit him, and he's like, Kobe, you've scored so many points, done so. He's like, he's sucking Kobe off for a little bit, and he's like, show me your rings, and then Kobe shows him the rings, and he goes, is that all of them?
Laughs in Bill Russell.
Indeed. Bill Russell has the rings.
I totally enjoy that every time you see like a Facebook war, because you and I both have sports friends. And then, this guy's the best, no, this guy's the best. And you just post a picture of Bill Russell with too many rings per finger.
Yep.
And walk away clean and never respond.
I mean, I'm not really a guy who really values rings so much, but basketball is one of the few that I do very much value the rings.
Yeah, it's one of those.
It's such an individual game.
Yeah. I mean, you can. The problem where that argument kind of falls down is LeBron James, because he's clearly the most dominant player of a generation.
Absolutely.
And he just can't get the support.
I mean, yeah, it's not so much that he can't get the support, because I actually think that like his teams have historically not actually been bad. Like, people like to try to make the Cavaliers have to be like this terrible, terrible team. Yeah. But like, you look down that roster, you're like, I recognize about like 8 of these names, and like they're reasonable players. It's just we're living in this age of like there's these constant super teams being made and dissolving. And if you're not part of that super team, which LeBron was part of one of them, the Miami Heat, it makes it hard to accumulate the rings that a Michael Jordan or a Bill Russell or or anything like that. And then of course you also have guys like Robert Horry who throw a complete wrench into the system, where it's like if it's rings, then Robert Horry might be the best player in his generation because he won rings with 3 different teams and like multiple rings. Like it's insane.
Yeah, that's true. But it's just like you look at it and like, yeah, he had wins, he had rings on a super team, but then he also had to go back to Cleveland and lead every single offensive category for the entire playoffs, including the finals, to win a goddamn ring for his home city.
Oh no, his ring in Cleveland is downright impressive.
That's the best. that has to be the best win that ever has been. Like I will drag you across the finish line, kicking and screaming, and as always, you will thank me.
In the last 20 years or so, I'd say maybe the Dallas Mavericks finally winning one with Dirk.
Yeah,
is pretty close. Like that is not a team that you look at and you go, "This is championship." Oh, hang on a second here. Andre Mol has gone for the lead and he has got it.
Oh, no drink here.
No, it's side by side. Hey, it's not done yet. We gotta get to the next turn. Andre, he's got it. He's got it. Andre's got it against Christopher Streppe. Mol to the lead. But it's not over. I think Verstappen is feeling it. Josiah Jerome, we know he's feeling it. Jerome's going down the inside, and it's gone from bad to worse for Verstappen. He's back to third. Jerome gives him a little bump and grind. Speaking of the NBA.
Hey, you're in third. No flash.
You don't get the flash headlights there, buddy.
No.
In the meantime, James Butler has got a trail of cars behind him from 4th place back to 8th. That could be interesting to look at, but as long as this battle for the lead continues, I don't think we're going to look at that. And there is the trail of cars coming in your background there. Everyone's actually pretty close together again outside of Ekstrom. It's a pretty closely fought race. So that's good. Zoltan Kalmandi going for a move here on James Butler. Can he get the job done? And the answer is no, by the looks of it. Although the camera has caught away to Josiah Jerome trying to get Andre Mol. Go, Andre! Andre, I don't think has ever won an ESR race. It'd be great to see the fireworks here if he could do it.
Andre.
Whoa!
Andre.
In the meantime, we've totally missed something happening in the background because there's a lot changing. Andre Mol's under attack from Josiah Jerome. Josiah has, I think, got it. Maybe. No. Mol might get it back. Jerome.
Something happened with the Zoltan.
Yeah, I was going to say, because Mike Magas is up into 5th position and things have been broken open back there. James Butler, Mike Magas, Wayne Hutchinson, Andrew D, Zoltan Kalmandi. That is the new order from 4th through to 8th place. So it looks like there was something happened there in that giant pile of cars. Because everybody is a little shaken up right now. And in the meantime, Josiah Jerome has indeed got the lead. And this is the final lap of this race. We're heading along to the final section here. Can Josiah hold off Andre Mol? Does Christopher Streppen, who seemed like the man to beat for a lot of this race, does he have something? And I'm going to put my money on Josiah Jerome right here because that man is unflappable.
That's probably true. I have not ever seen him try to fly, but you're probably accurate.
The damaged car of James Butler in the background is being caught by Michael Magas, but I think that there is too little time left for the Canadian driver to make that input there. As Josiah Jerome rounds the final corner, still leading Andre Mol, and he will finish off his championship-winning effort in style. Andre Mol second.
Arrested, no flashing in the park.
Andre Mol, Christopher Streppe will round off the podium. The damaged car of James Butler in a guest appearance from the 101 class, taking home 4th position. Michael Magas in 5th. Zoltan Kalmandi did overhaul Andrew D and Wayne Hutchinson to get back to 5th place, so a hell of a last lap for Zoltan Kalmandi. And there is Wayne Hutchinson and Andrew D. And Gustav Ekstrom, all of a sudden, really close. Got his head down towards the end and started to really deliver. It's going to be a bit of an unfortunate 9th place, though, for the Swede. So that was the final of the 201 class of Academy. Byron, what did you think?
I think that you Canadian boys need to get your shit together because you suck.
That's a fair point. It's a fair point. I don't have an answer for that.
Also, Josiah Jerome, it just validates my point. Give this man, please. You got some pedals, a steering wheel, fucking RAM. You got any RAM? You got any RAM?
You got any RAM?
Help a brother out. See what this man can become. Come on, son. Help somebody out.
This is a man. He came to America with a dream.
I thought he was in Canada.
No, he's in America, Texas, I believe.
Gross.
He's in the Chris Fitch area.
Wait,
of the
hold
woods.
on, time out. Josiah, can you send me some guns?
I mean, there's probably some good stuff available there.
I'm saying.
All right, well, that is all for the Academy 201 class. We'll be back at you with plans for possibly tomorrow to do 3D speed and also the 101 Academy race from Portimao. So get ready for that. And
might also have ACC. I don't know.
That's true. And if you're interested in joining us for commentary, please drop us a line because we could use some more bodies.
Yeah.